Nights like this, I wish that raindrops will fall.
Check, check, mic check. All right, mics are good. All right, starting countdown.
I was out there. That shit was cool.
So, yeah.
That's really.
Welcome to National Sports Chat. This your man Ken the Guru. You're now tuned in to my take, and on my take, we're gonna tell you how we feel about the purse bid. TeoFimo Lopez getting 6 million. We just gonna talk about a variety of things. But before we do, man, we would like to talk about our sponsors, AQUANO. We like to appreciate them for the sponsorship. For this, which is
this podcast,
yeah,
man. Make sure y'all go over there to AQUANO Hydrate, man, on IG. Send them a DM, put your orders in, tell them that we sent you, and you never know. You may get a little something off that joint. You never know. So, just make sure you go over there, hit them up on IG, let them know we said what up, and put your order in. Matter of fact, right now, I'm going to go ahead and natural spring, you know what I'm saying? I'm ready and activated to get it going.
I bet, man. So look, man, I want you to start off on what you believe.
Man, we gonna start off with Garcia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So what you believe? What you believe took place when Eddie Hearn ran up on Ryan Garcia?
Man, what the thing is about that was the best thing that could have happened in boxing in the past. I don't know when, because Eddie Hearn, who is a promoter who has like the track record of kind of ducking and dodging fighters, you know what I'm saying? Like for his, even for Joshua, you know what I'm saying? And a promoter who doesn't really stick up for his American fighters, you know what I'm saying? So he was telling Garcia, like, hey, if you don't fight Haney, it's no reason for you not to fight him. If you're not fighting Tank or Loman or Pacquiao.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? If you fighting them two, I had no problem with that. But if you're not fighting them two and you're not fighting Haney, who is you're mandated to fight? You know what I'm saying? It's gonna look sad. And I felt what he was saying. Like, you had a big fight with Luke Campbell, but you never had a super fight.
Right.
You fighting Haney is a super fight. Like, this gonna take you to the next level, both of y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna hear what you got to say before I get into my next point on that.
Well, first of all, I think that it was kind of a waste of time. And as you see, Ryan Garcia was already trying to push TeoFimo on Devin Haney, because that just shows you that he didn't even want to fight. And then on top of that, this is how you know he don't want to fight. He's now the mandatory. He fought Luke Campbell to be the mandatory for the WBC belt. And he basically turned that down. So if he didn't even take the chance and opportunity to become, the champion, you know what I'm saying, which is Devin Haney, which is he is, because they're trying to say TeoFimo is the WBC champion, which he's not. He's the franchise champion or whatever, which was supposed to be one of those belts that was non-transferable. But Devin Haney Devin Haney, he got the belt due to the fact that Lomachenko dropped the belt because he didn't want to fight him. Right. And so I just think Eddie Hearn pushing up on him just further exposed him, because he never wanted. Exposed Garcia.
Okay. Yeah. And that's why I say it was like one of the best things.
Right.
No matter who Eddie Hearn is, like, we know the background that Eddie Hearn have. We know he done duck and dodge fighters for Joshua. We know he don't really put on for us American fighters. Then for him to, go up to Garcia and really have that chop with him, like, hey, if you ain't fighting these two dudes and you not fight him, it's something wrong, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's something wrong.
But like I said, it just shows the belief that Eddie Hearn have in Haney. Devin Haney. Because when you look at it, like you already mentioned, with Joshua, he ducked Wilder. With Kell Brook, he tried to get him to duck Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? Then he had a other slew of fighters that he tried to get to avoid the best fights and stuff like that. And, right now, he's just like, look, I got Devin Haney. You need to take this fight, and that just shows the belief that he have in him, but Ryan Garcia, the thing about him and what I hate about these new fighters, generation fighters, is that they rather talk. He like now the new thing is that he's saying, being Ryan Garcia is saying, who has Devin Haney fought? Who has Devin Haney fought? He hasn't fought nobody.
It don't matter who you want to fight. He want to fight you.
Don't matter. He wants to fight you.
And hold on. And that's the biggest thing too. Not only does he want to fight you, he make 3 times, 4 times as much as you do already.
Right.
You supposed to be the internet sensation.
Right.
And you bringing home $500,000 guaranteed.
Yeah,
this is your last fight. You know what I'm saying? Like
Ryan Garcia don't want that fight, bro. He just don't. It's gonna be other people that protect him. You know what I'm saying? But he definitely does not want that fight. You feel me? Like I say, when you make excuses saying stuff like, "Oh well, the belts doesn't mean anything anymore." I mean, bro, the reason it doesn't mean anything to you right now is because of who you have to fight to get the belt. That's what it is. That's why I'm tired of all these fighters that wants to fight their mandatory when the mandatory isn't dangerous, or if the opponent that wants to fight them, right, non-dangerous or whatever the situation is, first they go to, it's my mandatory, and if it's their mandatory that's dangerous, then championship trumps mandate, a mandatory fight. So like, man, they just basically using, this time, bro, to continue to duck, man. So that's why I call it the duck tail.
And that's why I even shout out Eddie Hearn even more, because as a promoter, I see why, like, all right, I'm trying to duck these type of joints, especially if I got the champion already with the belt. But I feel like promoters are starting to feel it now.
Right.
Like, bro, we ain't making no fight. I mean, we nigga about to fight Kim Bosa. Ryan Garcia. We don't know who he's about. Like, it ain't no fights being made, and promoters need these fights made. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, especially nowadays, hearing like, oh, he just wasn't able to get it. Like, nah, bro, it ain't none of that. Because promoters, I'm telling you right now, promoters are probably willing to will and deal whatever they can do just to get a big fight made, bro.
Right.
Like, ain't nobody, unless you like Spence or Crawford, and you come into the table like that, even still, you know what I'm saying? Spence is the A side, but they gonna have to wiggle, you know what I'm saying, make some things work. It may be 60-40, it may be 65-35, but that's what they gonna have to do to make work. You feel me? And also too, like with Garcia, and this is the great thing about video, you know what I'm saying? He's on video already saying what did he say? He's like, I don't really want to fight Devin Haney right now because this is gonna be my toughest fight, you know what I'm saying, that I'm gonna have. Right. And you're on video saying that. Right. And now if you duck him when, you know what I'm saying, and you're not fighting the other two guys you don't want to fight, like, bro, it's just gonna look bad. And when I know we hint at it last episode we did, like, bro, you gotta fight fighters, bro.
Man,
like,
this is the generation. If you ask me, this is the time for this generation to start sacrificing. You have to start sacrificing.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
My bad. Steve.
Go ahead.
What's the sacrifice, bro?
I mean, it's really no sacrifice, but what they all looking at, they looking at the fact that they trying to get the big bag. Yeah, but they all
even that. They don't even want the bag no more. They want to be undefeated. Like, bro, Ain't nobody coming through undefeated like that, bro. Floyd was undefeated. You're not Floyd, bro.
Yeah,
You're
but
not
that's what I'm saying. They all want to be Floyd.
Champions, bro. Pacquiao got knocked out twice.
I know Pacquiao willing to fight anybody, but I'm saying that's that generation.
Yeah,
this generation, they just like, okay, one loss is a devastation. You're young. If you lose, you feel what I'm saying? You got a lot of time to basically avenge that loss. Yeah. These fighters now, bro, they just don't want to lose. Mm-hmm. And that's the issue. And they all trying to beat Floyd Mayweather by cheating the process. And by cheating the process, I mean they don't want to fight nobody. Mm-hmm. And they want to fight all these fights that they know they can win. Nobody want to fight 50-50 fights no more. Mm-hmm. Even Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Like he ain't the subject of this of this topic, mm-hmm. but even him, bro, he's ducking the fade. Like, bro, you got Charlo, Demetrius Andrade, Benavidez, you got Caleb Plant. Mm-hmm. Like, bro, you got all these fights, but you decide to fight a Yeardrum. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what they make cool now, bro. And that's why I say, like, I feel like now boxers, like the excuses for boxers are going to get thinner and thinner because it's like, bro, once you start messing with these, like, okay, I get it, you trying to dodge people, but once you start messing with these promoters, bottom line, bro, promoters looking like, bro, this is the most shittiest year I had. Even with it being COVID, bro, it's no excuses, bro.
Right.
Look what Spence did. He fought one of his biggest fights in the middle of COVID. Right. You know what I'm saying? And still got paid the highest he been paid. You know what I'm saying? So it's no excuses. Eyes are gonna be tuned in to that to the fight. But it's like, bro, once you start messing with that bottom line, it ain't no telling what they gonna do. Now, like promoters is gonna start really pressing these, like, hey, bro, why you ain't fighting him?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but normally
asking questions at the fans, like, hey, why you not fighting him?
But you know, normally
say it's on me and it's not on me.
Bob Arum. Normally, what he try to do is keep everything in house.
Yeah.
But now, what that happened to do is killing his bottom line. Yeah, it's killing.
BBC like, all right,
for sure.
Heyman like shit.
Yeah, it's killing the bottom line. So here was the thing. Like I mentioned, these fighters need to be the fighters that's making the sacrifice, because if it's up to them and they go at the rate that they're going now, it ain't gonna be no more boxing. It's gonna be probably, UFC. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They probably acquire them. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. We gonna get to a point about that in the last topic too. I'm gonna bring it up to why UFC, I feel like, it's in a better place than boxing.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? They fighting the best. So like, bro, my whole thing is this. Ryan Garcia called out Gervonta Davis, mm-hmm. right? And then he tried to, I believe that he was clout chasing. Mm-hmm. And then he
clout chased with Pacquiao for sure. He even said it.
Yeah, I mean, when Oscar basically exposed him, mm-hmm. said they never even talked.
And that's a point I forgot about, but I'm happy you brought his name up too. Because now, let's say if the Haney fight don't get made, he ain't gonna have the we just weren't able to get it done card in his back pocket.
Right.
Because he don't really rock with De La Hoya. De La Hoya ain't really effing with him either. So right. De La Hoya liable to say anything like, nah, we had the contract. He just ain't want to fight him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And let it really be known. But man, I don't know. What else would you have on that one?
Man, we can go to the next topic, bro, because I'm tired of Ryan Garcia. I'm tired of TeoFimo. I'm tired of all these fighters, bro, mm-hmm. who ducking, bro. You feel me? You supposed to be a fighter, but you scared to fight a person. Look, I remember the opportunities didn't present itself as mm-hmm. easy as they are now.
Facts.
You feel what I'm saying? But now that they are, you see what people like. They're scared to fight. But when you look at the Castillos, when you look at because they were saying mm-hmm. a lot of people were also ducking Floyd Mayweather when he was calling them out, when he mm-hmm. was at 130. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Second topic.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, so when he were calling out, fighters, and they were ducking him and stuff mm-hmm. like that. But Floyd dared to be great. These fighters ain't daring to be great. And here's the other thing for TeoFimo before we go to the next topic. It ain't no you just 23 if you got a belt. If you got a belt, it ain't no such thing as you being 23. Because when you fight for a belt, that means that you're ready to fight the best in the world.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So look, man, we don't want to hear all that stuff, man. That duck because they're your favorite fighters and y'all don't want to see them lose.
I know you was finishing, but I had one more thing. Because the bag is the most important thing to these fighters, which I can't knock them for it being the most important thing. But I'm gonna let you know something. If you're not fighting the best fights, that bag is not gonna come, bro. Like, and we kind of talked about it on the phone, like the blessings and the curse of TeoFimo Lopez getting a $6 million purse, which we could get into right now. TeoFimo actually getting that $6 million purse bid with Triller. It's a blessing with a curse with that, just because, okay, now these like companies and stuff gonna be trying to just put their names on these boxers for the clout. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, I'll buy out their promoter. We do shit, we'll buy it for $6 million. We may end up doing $8 million. Shit, we take 2 home. It's cool. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I feel like, all right, the natural and you know what I'm saying, the how boxing is, I feel like it's gonna start being misconstrued because you're gonna start having all type of companies buying fights. Like, all right, we Facebook bid on a fight, Snapchat bid on the fight, like all these apps, like, oh yeah, you gotta go through Facebook to buy the pay-per-view or something like that. Yeah. Like, I'm sure it's not far off, bro. Yeah. It's not far off, especially with streaming and how things is working now. It's not far off for a lot of these companies to start keying in like, damn, maybe we should do this, maybe we should do that. It's just they ain't had the opportunities to do that with Floyd and shit. Cause shit, they ain't letting that go through. Al Heyman and them ain't letting that fall through the crack. Of course, we gonna do this Floyd fight and give him 300.
But that's the difference with Al Heyman and the other promoters. Yeah. See, Al Heyman is actually an advisor, so it don't matter who picked the fighter up. You feel what I'm saying? He still get his cut. The other promoters, you know what I'm saying? They it's really helpful to the other promoters as well because they still get their portion of it. But then the downside to it too is that they can actually become obsolete because now all they have to do is say, "Oh, I want to fight this fighter," and then go to a company and see if they want to bid on it. You feel what I'm saying? So they can, so they can get them out of it. But here's one of the things that I would like to say. The fight that Kambosos versus TeoFimo is actually in a dire situation. And what I mean by that is that, yes, it's good that he got the $6 million, right? It showed that he outsmarted. But
can we break down the $6 million, though?
Yeah, no. We're gonna break that down. We're gonna break that down because look, just think about.
I'm gonna say he ain't get $6 million.
Yeah, he's not. But I'm just saying, think about the 1.25.
For sure.
We gotta think about that too. So so they was able to get a $6 million dollar bid on that purse, right? Now here is the it could be the make or break situation. Now if it doesn't do well, Triller, they're not gonna buy no more. Probably only unless, I mean, because it's not that bad. You feel what I'm saying? If nobody watches it, it's a bad thing for TeoFimo because he just burned his bridge with
his credibility.
Not Al Heyman, but Bob Arum.
Yeah, and with his credibility going to companies. You know what I'm saying? Like companies, like, man, we didn't had you fight. Thought you was gonna do numbers with Kambosos. You ain't do shit.
Yeah, because Mike Tyson and Roy Jones, they did numbers. Yeah. The other YouTube since
Paul and,
they did numbers. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? So when you got somebody like them, it might be a good thing. Flopping, actually, this doing bad.
It may save
it's box. A good thing.
It may save box.
Because then what happens is the fighters is not going to go for weaker links. They're going to know that they're going to have to get somebody that's worth it.
To purse bid with, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
While I'm fighting dog.
Right. You know yeah. So you're not going to just be able to say, oh, okay, I'm fighting Joe Blow. And this person, my promoter only want to pay me, you know what I'm saying, $1 million for this fight because that's really what it's worth. It's not even, it probably ain't even worth $1 million. right?
And that's why we even talked about it, like I said in the previous episode, like 1.25 was even like, I guess it was kind of like right where it should have been. But when the bidding started, you had the zone who went for 3. And they a company who've been operating in the negative for years now. You know what I'm saying? Sure. So they just trying to pull and bite at anything.
Right.
Then for a company like this, Triller to just, hey, we gonna double that up.
You know Triller, like, but Triller, they won too. So they probably can lose. But like I said, if TeoFimo, if he does well on this, it might ruin boxing. So him actually failing, it might be one of those situations that needs to be had. Because like I said, if he can get it for fighting a nobody, right? And then they actually do well, now you're going to have other fighters like the Ryan Garcia say, man, I don't need no Devin Haney. I can go fight such and such. I'm going to just take it to purse bid. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So we, like, bro, it's one of those, I'm not watching it because I think that he should be fighting Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, Tank Davis. Or yeah, he need to be fighting one of those fighters. He Cambosis. Yeah. Come on now. Nobody want to watch that, bro. I know I don't. You know what I'm saying? But let's talk about the 6 million. Yeah, like, and just to break that down, because the whole purse bid for both fighters was 6 million. So Cambosa, he's probably gonna end up taking home about, I think it was like 2.1 million after he paid like 500,000 to his I think it's his trainer or so. Then you got TeoFimo, who's only going, I ain't gonna say only, but he's gonna take home around 3.1, because he's gonna have to pay almost 800,000 to Bob Arum, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Bob Arum is getting 20% off top just because it went to purse bid. So I think the numbers is kind of like they're not telling the full story. Right, you know what I'm saying? Because still the fact still remains. The first offer for Haney was 4 million minimum. Right. Yeah. That's not even what going back like, hey, no, we want 5.5. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not with no type of, they ain't trying to do that. Well, hey, let's go purse bid and let's get this joint for probably like 12. You know what I'm saying? 12 million or something. Like, it wasn't no working or nothing. It was just, they offering 4 million. No, I'd rather take 3 over here and fight a tomato can than go fight the champ. Right. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want that fight, and be undisputed. Like, that's my thing, bro. I never understand. If you had an opportunity to be undisputed, why not go for it? He said he already undisputed. Why not go for it? He's saying he's already undisputed. He's saying he got from the WBC the belt, saying that he's the WBC champion, which we already know that that belt was already relinquished by Lomachenko because he didn't want to fight Devin Haney. So he wants to say that, but that's what we're saying. Undisputed is basically saying that this person right here is no doubt, without any doubt, is the best person for this division. You know what I'm saying? He has all the belts. He don't have all the belts, but he want to say that. You know what I'm saying? And that dude, he talk a lot. But TeoFimo, see, the thing about this, the purse bid is that, yes, he got 6 million, right? They got 6 million for the purse bid. But where it hurt him at is that he did all this ducking. And he had the video where he had the duck saying he's the duck king. You just made people not like you. Now they're not going to even tune in. You feel what I'm saying? Because they don't even have anything to even look forward to. What do they have to look forward to? Nothing. Like, there's no fight, no Devin Haney, no Ryan Garcia. No, he'll fight Ryan Garcia. But he not going to fight Tank Davis. He not going to fight, you know what I'm saying? None of them. And if he go up to fight Josh Taylor or Ramirez, he's going to lose. I mean, I think he's going to lose that. So I don't even want to see that. I want to see that. You got to be able to clean up the division first, bro. Like, there's nowhere in the world you should not be trying to be undisputed, bro. Like, you should be trying to be undisputed. Like, it should bother you that somebody else got a belt. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should want to clean up the whole division. Bruh. And that's one thing I can say about Wilder. TeoFimo don't got it in him, bro. He's scared, bro. And I see a lot of other channels in Hispanic descent. They're trying to justify it by telling people, oh, well, when you really look at it, he does not have a great resume. He needs to fight somebody that's in the top 10. Like, the person that he's trying to fight is literally in the top 10. Like, what are y'all not understanding? Like, I can't understand that for the life of me, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's why I think, you know, they're gonna end up forcing him to either fight. Well, I ain't even gonna say forcing him, but people going, like, I already know how this gonna go. Fighters gonna keep ducking, and it's gonna be probably one fight that get made, and with everybody else ducking, it's probably gonna leave him with either Lomachenko or you know what I'm saying, like, or either Linares, you know what I'm saying, like a journeyman almost. He's not really a journeyman, but the key holder. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, it's no point.
Right.
How old is Haney? 20?
Haney 21.
21 with a belt? Let's go.
Right.
He want to go. Let's go.
Yeah, he called him the email champion.
Yeah, like,
he said, "Oh yeah, you just the email champion. Come on, bro."
And the thing, he make more than all y'all.
For sure.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it's a question about the bag, then that's how I'm not really validating none of these guys are saying, because it's like, bro, if it's a question of whether or not the bag gonna be there, you're scared because the bag gonna be there, because already what Haney do by is lonely. You know what I'm saying? So the bag gonna be there, especially if you tap in too. But I don't know, bro. It's ugly out there right now. And like I said, it's gonna be a lot of stuff happening. I feel like boxing is gonna get better though. You know what I'm saying? Because it's really no choice. Especially like how we talked about earlier with Eddie Hearn pressing down on fighter. Like, bro, Eddie Hearn, he ducked people. You know what I'm saying? And he pressing, you know what I'm saying? He pressing fighters. So best believe it's a lot of promoters that's disgruntled. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a lot of that, bro. Like, even with Bob Arum being disgruntled with TeoFimo and stuff like that. Like, bro, Kambosos not a fight. Right. And these promoters know that, and they about to stop holding their tongue, because it's always, oh, bro, it's just promoters. We wasn't able to do it because, nah, bro, it's you. Man,
bro, boxing is already dying. I didn't watch the Canelo fight. Yeah, you know, the promoters, they starting to see that their strategy has basically come to hunt them, because they tried to hold fighters, you know, that they have in contract for 3 years, 2 years. They tried to hold those fighters, you know, and not make them fight anybody. But now they seeing like how much of a dire shape that the boxing is, you know what I'm saying? Because like me, I'm not watching nothing, you know, when the best fights can already be made. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not about to watch like no Canelo versus Yildirim. I didn't watch that.
Yeah, I still don't know how it happened.
And I don't. Yeah, I mean, no, but
you got ain't no highlights on the page. There ain't no nothing.
No, but you see, like, people like what's the name?
Make sure y'all go over to the National Sports Chat and follow, like, comment, subscribe on everything, man.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. So like, you got people like Mauricio Suleiman. He's basically one of those people. He caters to the Canelo Alvarez, and he allowed this type of fight. And even he said something. Oh yeah, that fight didn't turn out like I expect. And then he had made a statement saying that the reason he gave Canelo franchise champion is so he can get all the stuff out the way that prevent great fights. But tell me the great fight that he had. I can't, because I don't know. I haven't seen it. I knew that he was going to win against Caleb Smith. I knew that he was going to win against Kovalev, which was, if you ask me, fake. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew it, because, like, bro, when you sit there and fight Kovalev after he just got into a hard fight, and you only get this man 4 to 6 weeks to prepare, didn't rest his body, nothing like that. Yeah. He always wanted advantage, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like all these other fighters, man. I'm just tired of these boxers. And then you got the people like, before we go to the next one, you got
Mayweather made it clear that belts don't matter, and that's all about making as much money as you can. Is that hard to disagree with it? And that's the thing. So if the belts don't matter, that's cool, but the bag matter. And if we saying the bag matter now, if that's what the boxers are saying, then why not go get the bag? You got to fight the best fighters to get the bag.
For sure.
You're not going to get, TeoFimo could have made between that, just the minimum offer was $4 million guaranteed. And he didn't even rebuttal. You know what I'm saying? Like, just think if he would have came back to, hey, I want 5.5. He missing out on $2.5 million he could have had just to fight a tomato can.
For sure.
So you can't tell me that the belts ain't important the bag is, but the fighter's not even going after the bag. You got Ryan Garcia, who probably got $7 or 8 million followers on Instagram.
Yeah. And it didn't
$500,000.
It didn't translate though.
It $500,000.
Yeah, it did not translate into his last fight though with Luke Campbell.
Shout out to BDDA. Out there.
Appreciate you coming in, bro. But I think the belts matter for this reason, for leverage. That's what people fight for. They strive for. As coming up, you want to be a champion on all levels. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? So that's the reason why the belt is very important. But you got fighters now who saying that the belt doesn't matter when the person that they have to fight to get it has the belt and they don't want to fight that person. That's when they say, "Oh man, belts don't matter." Mm-hmm. Oh, the belts, like for instance, Canelo.
Because that's a good point. Because Lomachenko fought every mandatory he had until it came to Devin Haney. He said, I don't want it. Let's go. He went with Bob Arum, and they reached out to the WBC about the franchise belt.
Right.
They reached out.
Right. And then we're gonna go to Canelo.
After he didn't fought every mandatory. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He done fought every mandatory, but just when Devin Haney's the mandatory, hey, let's go. And I ain't saying it like Devin Haney just got. It could have been, I don't know, probably TeoFimo could have been the mandatory. It could have been anybody. I don't know if he would have did that, but for Devin Haney, he let the belt go.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say with Canelo. Canelo did not want to take the fight, or go after the belt, the WBC belt, when David Benavidez had it. He didn't want to go. He didn't want to fight Charlo, so he didn't want to fight his mandatory. So, like I said, it's always of a convenience to them. Mm-hmm. When they claim to want undisputed, right? Like for instance, Anthony Joshua. So we could talk about all these different weight divisions. Anthony Joshua didn't want to go for the WBC because Wilder had it. Mm-hmm. He said that his thing was to be undisputed. You feel what I'm saying? So
why not fight for the belt?
Yes, but
then if you don't even want to be undisputed and you just want the bag, that's the biggest fight you can make.
For sure. So the belts does matter, but I'm tired of the sanctioning bodies, with their biasness, IBF.
Let's get into that. Let's get into the sanction. Hold on real quick before we get into the sanction bodies, which, what I'm saying, it got something to do with them. But TeoFimo, I feel like we're gonna start seeing him drop some of these belts because he ain't gonna want to start paying these sanctioning fees.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not gonna want to do that. But let's roll over to this last one, man. And this has a lot to do about the sanctioning bodies and stuff as well. But we would talk shortly on the last podcast about building like a boxing league or having a belt bracket or something for the titles. And I just want to get your thoughts on that. And
so don't worry, man. We don't only talk about the problems, but we're gonna come with the solution.
For sure.
So to me, if you ask me, they need to create a tournament, right? They need to have one for the IBF, the WBA, the WBC, and in the WBO, right? We need those sanctioning bodies. So they have certain divisions. So like you might have Crawford in one division, Errol Spence in another division. You might have let's just stay with the lightweight. Yeah. You might have TeoFimo in one division, Devin Haney in one division, Ryan Garcia in the other division, like the WBC. And then you might have Tank in one division, right? So you got fighters basically fighting all these different fighters to get basically to fight for the whatever division that they in. So if they're in the WBC division, then you got fighters maybe like the Elite 8, fight within that division. The champion fight for that. What is it? WBC. Mm-hmm. They fight for that title, right? So that person, whoever win that division, they're waiting for the other person that's in the division, which is for the WBO. Mm-hmm. So then once them individuals fight, they basically fight for the championship of the WBO. Now the WBC and the WBO fight, right? They're on the same side of the bracket. Then on the WBA, you got the same Elite Eight. They're all fighting each other, for the WBA belt, right? And then you got the IBF, right? So whoever win the IBF. So now you got 4 different champions that have to fight each other. They have to. And
that's where the league come into play.
Right. No ifs, ands, or
and stuff, but it needs to be just a pro league just superseding everything, the sanctioning bodies and all that. Because even just to piggyback off what you're saying, but I'm gonna let you go back into it. But say if it's a situation, even say if a fighter only had 3 of the belts and somebody has 1 of them. You man, like the whatever league, like however you want to call it, professional boxing league, you have to fight. You have to fight whoever has that other belt. It ain't no if. It ain't no if ands. Yeah, the money gonna be right. All that's gonna be right. If you the A side, you get the venue, locate, all that. But you have to fight. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It ain't I gotta explore my other options or barring unless it's like an injury. Yeah, like all right, give them a tune up or something like that. But if it's none of that, no, bro.
Because here's the thing: just like you got the Super Bowl, you got the championship, NBA championship, you got the World Series, you got all that. Every year we need a World Series. We need an undisputed.
Each division.
League. But for all
each weight class.
Yes, for each weight class, we need an undisputed. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the way. You know what I'm saying? That they can go about it, but then, like we seeing, everybody is about money. Like the WBC, they keep making belts and talking about they trying to minimize the belts. How you minimize the belts when you creating a franchise, the WBC Super or whatever? You know what I'm saying? Like
champion.
Yeah,
I don't even know what the lineal champion is.
Yeah, like you create.
I think that's what Tyson Fury is. Man. Lineal.
That fool ain't nothing, man. That fool ducking too. He ducktails too, man. Yeah, that's all they doing. But yeah, man, I think once they create those type of events or tournaments, you know what I'm saying? Every year we'll, around December, because it don't matter, what the weather is like in December. If they indoors, you know what I'm saying? So
only problems that can come up with that is just timing, and that'll have to be something that's the biggest issue, just working out the timing. Yeah, because the bag and all that's gonna be there, because it's gonna get to the point people are just gonna be tuning in to every fight just because it's like, oh yeah, them 4 fighting this weekend, so we got a whole card that we could watch. You know what I'm saying? Like people gonna be tuned in, and they gonna be able to retain viewership and keep those eyes watching for even if the event 2-3 hours, like 4 hours. Because people gonna watch.
Because it ain't no difference. Because the like we said,
I will watch
in the WBC, if the Elite Eight or the 8 that's in there, if they're fighting each other, yes, the first in that round, maybe like the first 2 fights might not even be, you know what I'm saying, like that. You feel what I'm saying? But the other 2 fight might be something that everybody want to watch. So it might be a hit and miss, no different from the NBA. If
but if I'm the league, I wouldn't give a damn. Like, of course, I would want the toughest fight to be the last fight. Yeah. But hey, the second toughest one, we may lead off with it.
Right. And then
I believe lead off with it. Then go to the second one. That's all right. Third one, coin toss. Then go to the hardest one.
And it's gonna be a lot of people in that crowd. I know you know what I'm saying, that's coming. They gonna want to see it. And if y'all want to if they want to do it to where it's like maybe $10, $9 to watch it, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, you feel me, the tournament a month or something like that. We know
it'd be more than that.
No, what I'm saying is, because like if you're doing it free, you can't do it free because it can basically based off the sponsorship. You feel what I'm saying? So you can,
which they will get.
Right. They for sure would get that. You know what I'm saying? And the thing could be this.
I would do it real quick. I would do it like how the UK do it, like $30 or something.
Yeah, for sure. So they would definitely have something to look forward to. And I do that per round. And like when it keep getting closer and closer, like all right, when it's down to the last 2,
This shit $100. This pay-per-view.
For sure. Right. So I mean, it's ways to go about it, man.
Yeah.
I think that they need to stop relying on the fact that, they want other, non-African American fighters to be in it, you know what I'm saying? So they kind of they kind of baby them in an aspect, because like when you got a Max Kellerman who's telling TeoFimo and Ryan Garcia not to fight Devin Haney, because the belts doesn't matter anymore. That's simple.
I could give the media that, just because they don't really care about the sport or nothing. Like, not saying that Max don't, but man, hey, if they best advice is probably telling them, hey, duck him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'm saying though, if you
miss out on 2.5 million, get that little 3, probably fight another tomato can, get another 3 to make up for that. You know what I'm saying? That 2.5 million loss, and you good. You didn't fought 2 nobodies and made a little bit over 500,000 mowed in fighting that one fight.
Yeah, so I mean, we gave y'all some solutions, man, on how to correct it.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? And then each year somebody got something to look forward to.
Yeah.
They like, oh well, I ain't win this tournament this time. They not so focused on a win-loss column.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They're not so focused on that. But when nobody is fighting nobody right now, and it's basically like we gotta pull teeth to try to get some okay fights.
Yeah. Checking in.
Yeah, we may have somebody checking in. Keep going though.
But yeah, man. So like when you ain't getting the okay fights like we want, you know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't help the sport of boxing. And I love boxing. I've been watching boxing. I watched some Tyson fights. I watched a lot of Roy Jones. I watched a lot of Floyd Mayweather.
Mm-hmm.
I watched some Prince Nassim Hamed.
Mm-hmm.
When he was ducking Floyd, I watched who used to be my favorite, Felix Trinidad was one of my favorite fighters.
Mm-hmm.
I watched, Oscar De La Hoya, and none of them had that champ in them. I mean, that chump in them, chumpism in them.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? They all was willing to fight. You know what I'm saying? Oscar De La Hoya didn't want to fight certain fighters, but he fought the majority of them.
And he fought the money fights.
Yes.
So I can't, you know what I'm saying? So I could give him, as long as you're doing that, I could give you all that all day long. But it's like when you start getting down to the point to where you just not fighting nobody and just picking up the little tools and fuse. No, bro, that's not it right at all. But let me check in real quick, because I may got a homie who want to talk boxing, man. My homie Dez out of New York. My boy. Real quick, you Kendall, you good? I'm let you rock out real quick.
Oh yeah.
FaceTime video.
Yeah, he FaceTime.
All right, yeah, man. So look, man, while they getting it together, man, I'm gonna just talk a little bit about Canelo, man. Canelo is, like I said, he's a good fighter, but that dude don't have the belief in himself like people want to believe. And what I mean by that, he ducking the Andrade. He ducking the Charlos. He ducked Deverenchenko. He ducked what's the other cat name? Oh, Caleb Plant. He only wanted to, every time you go to a division, he always fight the lesser opponent.
Yeah.
But everybody wants to say that this guy is just the best thing since sliced bread.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all can't sit there and get mad at other fighters, but then y'all don't hold Canelo to the same standard. Now, y'all already knew if that was a Jamal Charlo fighting a Eurodrum, that y'all be all on him.
Yeah.
Y'all wouldn't even allow him to even say nothing. You feel what I'm saying? So we got to get rid of the double standards, man. We got to make Canelo fight the best fighters. Yeah. If y'all want to get this man great status, we need him to fight great fighters. You feel what I'm saying? That's just point blank period.
Yeah.
Great fighters.
But no, we about to see if my homie could check in, man. This is my brother right here, my brother Dez, all the way in.
What's going on?
And he holding it down, and he's a boxing fan like us as well. And he got some interesting takes on boxing, man. I want to get his thoughts on what's all going on in boxing. And I actually got a couple questions to ask you. At first, I want to ask you about that TeoFimo $6 million purse. Do you think that was the right thing he should have did, or do you think he should have took that Haney fight?
Nah, I mean, absolutely. I think it was the best choice for him. He played his cards right. He said that's what he wanted. He didn't get the.
Hold on, real quick. We got to get your audio right. Hold on, real quick. He ain't coming through the TV at all.
Nah, he might be.
He may be coming through the production.
But yeah, why they get him? But like I say, man, we got to get away with the double standards, because I think the fans are also the ones that's hurting the sport too. When we just look at our favorite fighters, man, and our favorite fighters isn't fighting nobody, and we trying to justify that, you know, it just hurting the sport. You know what I'm saying? Can you hear?
Dez, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
He said, "Yeah, we can hear."
Let me get the headphones.
Yeah.
Fucking can.
Bet.
Oh yeah. So when we get in these type of fights, you know, and
call you right back though.
So basically, when we looking at it, right, and we not getting the fights that we want, but they're steady getting paid the amount of money that they're getting paid, you know, by the fans. I mean, when you look at that situation, right?
It's on the fans, though.
Yes,
like we gotta stop. I know we love boxing. I know we love tuning in, but if it's not worth you, it's like, I can't say the Knicks no more because we fourth, you know what I'm saying, in the East right now. But excuse me, it's like the Pistons playing the Timberwolves. Ain't nobody gonna watch that, bro. And the NBA know that, so they ain't gonna put that on TV. So like, as far as that happening, you feel me? Like, it's gonna be a lot of situations to where the boxing, they gonna know, like, bro, you gotta start doing something like this. This can't be the way right here, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I just look at, you know, at it like, why not maximize your dollar? You feel what I'm saying? If I'm a promoter and I know that I can sway you to still look at the fights and not trip on the fight and all this other stuff, I'm gonna continue to put my fighters in there with lesser opponents.
Yeah.
Cause I know that they're gonna win.
For sure.
You feel what I'm saying? But if they lose, then they might lose their aura. You know what I'm saying? So that's what a lot of them they're afraid of. A lot of them want to, like we say, they want to be Floyd, but they don't want to take Floyd chances.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They want to be Money Mayweather, but they don't want to take. That's what a lot of them they're afraid of.
Yeah. I get that. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, like I said earlier, nobody is gonna just be undefeated. Like, Floyd is an enigma. Like, it's special, bro. Like, guys just ain't coming through undefeated like that, bro. He's special. So the fighters got to lose that, like, bro, no, I need to be undefeated. Like, no, bro.
Right.
Get the bag. You can still get the bag and some.
Right.
Pacquiao got knocked the hell out twice. And ain't really become that until that happened.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But another thing, too, you know why Manny Pacquiao stayed relevant? Because they felt like he was the only one that can beat Floyd. That's why he really stayed so relevant. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But when they found out.
Yes, you can hear us?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, we can hear him too. Hey man, real quick, we got
I gotta touch on what bro said, been eating me up. I got to respond to that.
I'm gonna let you rock out, but real quick, we got my brother checking in all the way from NY right now. My homie Dez, what's going on with it?
Man, what's
good, my guy?
He said.
So I'm just saying, eat you up. All right, man. What's good, man?
Yes, this is my homie Kendall.
Talk to the
right
kid,
here.
man. Talk to the kid, man. What's up?
I'm trying to figure out how we determine that these other fighters are great when they haven't fought anybody. We talking about Canelo, and we letting him dodge by jumping weight classes and going for the belts. Hey, it's high risk for him to take those fights, and they ain't proving themselves to who. Like Caleb Plant,
you talking about Demetrius, Andre, Charlo,
Caleb Plant, Charlo. I would feel like I had the best chance of beating him. Caleb Plant has no shot. He has no shot. He don't got enough offensive power to stand in front of Canelo. He'll walk him down any day of the week. Caleb Plant don't want that. He gonna get in there. He gonna lose his belt. and end up being a gatekeeper. So, that's just the way that I see it.
So let me ask you this: who really did Canelo fight when he got a chance to fight Floyd? Besides Sugar Shane Mosley.
But hold
on,
real quick.
Who did Canelo fight to deserve that?
He didn't necessarily fight anybody.
Okay, so that's why he need to fight
my thing is Charlo. Real quick.
Go ahead.
Floyd, like that was that stage when Floyd was picking niggas though. You know what I'm saying?
I was just about to say that, like, when you top dog, you got the option to pick and choose who you want to fight, but that's just the way that the fight game goes. He the biggest draw. So why am I picking somebody that really ain't on the same level, and that's going to be a tough fight? Eventually, he's going to go through and clean them up. He only 30.
Floyd picked him. You want to prove that you great. Somebody say that they can beat me. Floyd chose him because they said that he can beat him. That's why he selected him. You see what I'm saying? So we're saying you, Canelo, you cannot beat Charlo. Canelo is basically saying, you're right, because I'm not fighting. That's basically what he's saying. You know what I'm like?
But we're gonna talk about Charlo.
But look, all right, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna get you, Flo. I know I've been on, bro. I actually want you to come on the show next time.
Man, for sure, yeah, bro, check in.
When we look at it, right? When he went up to fight Kovalev, was Kovalev not the weaker link of the champions?
It don't matter. He's still a tough out, though.
He wasn't after. Hold on. Did you forget that he had just fought Anthony Yard and he didn't even get that man no longer than 6 weeks to recover? And he asked. And did you not realize that most of the time that Canelo fought, he weight drained his opponents, and we're gonna get his man great status?
But he didn't weight drain for the Kovalev. How many weight classes did he jump?
That was fake, if you ask me. That fight was super fake, and he was losing. that fight was fake. Why he didn't fight Better BF? If he was choosing to be great, why did he wait to Benavidez lost his belt on the weight scale to want to pursue it? First, he said he didn't want to pursue it. Why did he wait then? Why did he fight Rocky Fielding? And then you tell somebody else, oh, you haven't fought nobody. Who has Rocky Fielding fought?
But another issue was Golden Boy was an issue too. So we gotta take that in consideration. We know Oscar don't like to make fights.
I ain't taking that. I ain't taking that because he ain't with them, and that boy fighting worse opponents.
We talked about that though earlier because that was the first topic we had led with was Ryan Garcia getting pressed by Eddie Hearn, and it was kind of just interesting just because Hearn is usually the guy who likes ducking and dodging for his fighters. You feel me? And he really don't put on for his American fighters. And it was kind of just crazy that he was like, you know what? He wanted to go press. He wanted to go really press Ryan Garcia about him not wanting to fight Haney.
And I just feel like, man, Oscar is just, he really do whatever he want to do. He don't really take the fights that the fighters want. So he all about what's going to make sense for him. So that's why he's had issues with pretty much just about every fighter that he's had, because he don't like to make the fights that the fighters want. Yeah. And just to go back to Charlo for a quick second, I mean, we can't give him a pass. He didn't want that Danny Jacobs smoke. He ducked and dodged that for a second. He said he wanted to fight, but when they was face to face, there was a whole lot of stuttering and this and that going on.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on now. He did not want to find that. See, bro. See, now he gonna make you start digging.
He ducked him.
He didn't duck him.
Man, it sounds like he ducked him.
Charlo, bro. If I can say Charlo ducking anybody, I'm gonna say Benavidez, because now you're talking that catchweight stuff, bro. He did not duck him. You feel me? But you can't say, oh well, Canelo he can fight anybody he want when to be honest, he lost to Laura and he lost to Austin Trout.
Damn, where is Landy Lara?
Yeah, he lost to them.
But nah, hold on, Dez. I also gotta ask you, we got to get back to that TeoFimo, that original question. I want to get your thoughts just on TeoFimo being able to get that $6 million purse bid from Triller. I want to know what's your thoughts on that. Do you think he should have went about that a different way, or do you even think he should have took that Haney fight?
Nah, man. At this point, he got the belt, so at least he want to hold on to him for a little bit. Why would you immediately jump into that fight when it's still going to potentially be there? So I think he did a great job. He bet on himself, and it ended up paying out. He got the money or somewhat close to the money he was looking for, so it worked out in his favor.
But
that's what happened when you bet on yourself.
He didn't even try to rebuttal, though.
That's betting on yourself?
Yeah.
He ain't nothing to lose the fight.
Taking it to purse bid.
I'm saying.
That's a bet.
Well, that, yeah. I mean,
that's a bet.
That kind of is. But I'm saying, bro, like I said, if you go for the championship belts, bro, it ain't no ducking. You got to fight the best. It ain't no, oh, I'm young and all that other stuff, bro. When you sign up and you get that championship belt, you need to fight the best. Point, period, blank. You feel?
Come on, man. Can I make some title defenses with some up and can I keep it for a little bit? Let's build it up some more.
You said you're the best.
You want me to put my belts right on the line as soon as I get it?
But you said you're the best.
This is what I would say though, because I have a problem with fighters who have 3 of the belts and don't fight for the 3rd one. It's like, bro, why not go be undisputed? And I get it, like you saying he just got it and all that. But bro, you gotta go get that undisputed if that's what you say that you want. You gotta go after that undisputed reign. And to get to the point that you were saying the fight was gonna be there, the fight there now. You know what I'm saying? And you could possibly get a trilogy out of this.
Bro, ain't nobody get no fold, nothing in this time. You feel me? Where you can't even get a crowd and all that. He offered that man $4 million. Well, go ahead, my guy.
But in the end, who has all the belts in what division? Like, it's still something sitting out there for everybody to go and get.
For sure.
Errol Spence don't want to go. He don't want to go get that belt from Terrence.
But that okay, no,
yeah.
Cause I'm happy you on, bro. Cause he's a bud, boy. This guy loves bud.
He is. So hold on. So he feel like wait.
Hold on, real quick. Cause
I'm about to eat them. I gotta eat
the thing though. Spence didn't fought. He didn't fought people. You know what I'm saying? And how you brought up promoters. That part of that is Bob Arum's fault, bro. Bob Arum can't make no fights for that man. Bob Arum can't make no fights for his fighters. You know what I'm saying? Like Al Heyman, Bob Arum tried to play that card with Pacquiao. You know what? Hey, I'm just gonna fight whoever over here. Nah, bro. Al Heyman do the same thing. Okay, hey, Spence fight Porter, Garcia, all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What they call it?
What do it tell you? What
did
it tell you when Spence is talking about 60-40? Bro,
that
come on.
He's the lion's share. Did you not realize that Crawford only sold out of 2 fights less than 300,000? Why would I give you?
Because it ain't no competition. Bro, he's at a disadvantage. There's no welterweights over there at Top Rank. All the top welterweights are at PBC Showtime. So what can he do?
They don't want to sign with them.
Here's the thing, though.
He had a chance.
What do you mean? Why did he sign with them? If you listen to him talk, bro, he's a loyal dude. He didn't want to switch. He might be forced to have to switch up.
Well,
but when you got somebody like Errol Spence and he talking about 60-40, bro, you don't really want to make the fight. He don't want the other belt,
that's
obviously.
Fair.
But you gotta understand.
Hold on, wait. Did Floyd Mayweather get the half split, 50-50 split versus De La Hoya?
But the disparity between these two fighters ain't the same. Errol Spence is not. To me, he's not a better fighter. He may have more of a buzz, but he's not a better fighter at all. Top Rank just don't get the same viewership. Like I said, PBC Showtime got all the welterweights right now. So Terrence is just going to be at a disadvantage. But I ain't taking a 60-40 split either.
Why would
I
you
got
take
a bill
60-40? He's not. Look, when you looking at who's Errol Spence is trying to fight, Errol Spence is trying to fight all the top players, all the top fighters, right? Including his thing is, and you know this is true, Bob Arum is not trying to make that fight yet. He's not trying to make that fight. Then the other thing is because he wants the crowd, just like with Tyson Fury and Wilder. He's holding that fight because they want the crowd. That's number one. Number two, he's already on the PBC side, so they're not going to fight outside of house because you know that Bob Arum is infamous for always fighting his own fighters in house, especially when they had Timothy Bradley. Like everybody that they was fighting, bro, it was always in house. It's the same game, but Errol Spence, he's not going to be at welterweight for long. He want to be undisputed, so he's going to, after he fights Udonis Ugas, he's going to fight Terrence Crawford. But he's still not. No, it's still 60-40, bro. That's fair. That's fair.
It's not fair when somebody else got a belt, bro. That's not. Even if you say 55-40, all right, cool.
All right,
that's
cool.
more of a reasonable number. But 60-40, bro, you're not that big of a. It ain't that big of a disparity between the two.
When you talk about putting the people in seats,
I think because it's just they got the draw over there anyways. If you think, what do you think a fight would do if Terrence Crawford would fight Sean Porter?
Which one is bigger? Is ESPN not bigger than PBC?
Not when it comes to boxing.
No, I have to disagree with that. So basically, your stance, you feel like they are ducking Terrence Crawford, even though you got Sean Porter that's trying to fight Terrence Crawford, but Terrence Crawford didn't want that fight because he said he had bigger fish to fry. And then Bob Arum constantly said that he's not making that fight for the safety of Pacquiao.
No, so the issue was, I watched Sean Porter talk about it. The number, he wanted to lowball Sean. It's not that Terrence, he wouldn't take the fight, even though they super close friends. They're really good friends. Like, it is what it is. I'll fight him. But Bob Arum came to him with a lowball offer.
You know
so
why?
He's just dealing with bad promotional issues.
You know why?
Because he don't want to pay anybody.
No, because Crawford has been losing this man money. Like he said,
right, but
I could have built a house.
I can't.
That's not the fighter's fault. That ain't my fault.
I can't put that on Crawford if the fight's not being made, because it's the house. You gotta think it's the house that Bob Arum built with doing that. You know what I'm saying? Only trying to fight fighters that's within who he's promoting. You know what I'm saying? So that's the house he built, but that don't leave Crawford absolved from it. You feel me? Because he chose him to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Man, Crawford, he's not fighting nobody, bro. That's the thing. Like, he should have just been like, okay, I'm gonna fight Sean Porter. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that.
I think that's where he's at right now, though. I think that's where he's at, because I've been seeing Porter talk.
So why would he give? Hold on. So one of my other questions. Go ahead.
From a skill set perspective, Terrence Crawford has a way better skill set. Way better skills.
I don't disagree. I'm a Crawford fan. But I'm also, when I'm looking at business, if I'm Walmart and I know I'm bringing in, most of the money, and I merge with somebody else and they talking about 50-50,
that ain't bringing
you ain't bringing in what I'm bringing in. You feel what I'm saying? So,
and at the end of the day, that's what matters. You know what I'm saying? Who bringing it in?
Now
I'm gonna put them asses in the seat, because we didn't.
That's the biggest fight, but Errol Spence can't make a bigger fight than that at that weight division
with Pacquiao.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
But Pacquiao don't want him.
You right on that. I give you that. But when we look at it, just look at Sean Porter wasn't a draw. That boy couldn't even sell out. He couldn't even sell out with free tickets.
You talking about Sean Porter and who?
Sean Porter. I'm just saying.
Just in general?
Yeah, he's not a big draw.
Sure.
Danny Garcia ain't never really did pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? And he consecutively at least 300K. So one of his fights did better than two fights that Terrence Crawford had on pay-per-view.
To 400K.
You feel what I'm saying?
But then you also gotta consider the undercards. Top Rank just don't got no good quality fighters anyways, man. Like, it's just the cupboard is kind of bare over there.
That's true.
They got full of fighters, and that's it.
But that's what you call a fault, though.
They got in one weight class, one weight class, they got 5 top fighters, when Top Rank maybe only have 5 total.
Man,
So,
I don't feel sorry for Bud because he had a legit chance when they had all these fighters to go and join the PBC. And the thing about the PBC is this: you're not in there with in a contract. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can fight on any platform, whoever bringing the bag, you could go fight there. It doesn't matter. You feel what I'm saying? So he decided, and you saying that he's loyal, but Bob Arum ain't loyal to him. Like he said, he gonna get him to his grandson because he's tired of dealing with him.
His contract may be up towards the end of the year, if I'm not mistaken.
October.
So yeah. We'll see if he decides to make that move, because if he do, it's only gonna benefit his career, because
sure.
There's a lot of great fights to be made.
Do you think this was the worst year of boxing, Diz? Even because I'm saying, yeah, but I'm even taking COVID into account. Like, bro, Spence was still able to, you know what I'm saying? He still fought top comp. And there's guys out there that's just not fighting top comp.
It might have been. I mean, it's just not the same, man. Watching it without the fans in the arena, it's not the same vibe. But, you know, it was some good fights, though.
I think it's the worst. I think it's the worst year of boxing ever because of the mentality of the fighters. The fighters, they don't want to fight nobody. Like, and that's why we were saying, like when you were saying about TeoFimo only has 16 fights. He's not proven. Just because he beat Vasil Lomachenko, you know what I'm saying, don't mean nothing. I've been saying he's a hype job. I've been thought that people can beat him. Now, some people, oh man, he ain't that. He's Vasily Lomachenko. When you look at it, when he fought Walter was off a 2-year layoff. He barely beat Gary Russell Jr. And then when you look at the other fighters, they wasn't nothing. And he never avenged his loss to Orlando Salido. He showed that he was beatable. So people was putting this man at pound for pound, number one, and he had a loss.
Salido was his second fight, though.
Salido, I don't care if he was second fight.
That was his second pro fight.
Man, this dude, hold on, his first.
He damn near won it. He just started too late.
Man, look, bro, Vasil is.
Though. He's a late starter. That's why he lost the TeoFimo fight. Late start.
I think it was with TeoFimo, it was more of a late start. And well, I would say it was a late start, but more of he was just scared of his power. He didn't really know.
Man, but when you watch towards the end, he was starting to land some good shots.
Oh, for sure. That's what. But it got to a point to where he was desperate. Like, man, I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I gotta throw now, or else I'm just handing him the fight. And hold on, real quick though, because I don't know if you tuned in, because bro, this the homie. We talk about boxing a lot, but I need your thoughts on that Bronner versus Santiago.
It's a robbery.
Yeah.
It's a robbery. Hey, that dude was going to work, man. I was trying to stay on the positive side, but look, yeah, I mean, he was giving Bronner some vicious body punches. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was doing this thing, and I just don't think that Bronner, if he fight like this, he just don't let his hands go. Yeah. If he gonna fight like this, every one, he gonna make it sound good. I'm gonna beat your butt, man. You gotta throw punches to beat somebody up. You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude, he's a counter puncher. And if they not throwing it, you know what I'm saying? Because when they throw punches, right, he expecting it, to go for the head. But nah, this dude was going for the body. You know what I'm saying? So you wasn't able to counter how you thought you were. And dude was just giving him body work. I wanted to say that, just from a little biasness that Bronner won. But yeah, bro, I can give it a draw. I can give it, you know what I'm saying, an L, but yeah, bro.
I can't give it a draw. He landed the more power punches. He landed more power punches, but just on the eye test alone, Bronner did not win that fight. He had literally one round where he didn't land one punch. And
that one round you talking about is the first round, and two of the three judges gave him the first round, and he didn't land a punch. I'm like, damn.
Hey, so what fight do you want to see next? What's the fight that you clamor?
I want to see who he wanted. What's next for AB though? Do you think he'll stay in that 147 and stay in that welterweight, which is very dangerous?
He can't beat anybody at not the top dogs at 147.
Yeah. Santiago was ranked 93rd.
So he probably needs his best bet is to probably go down to 140, but I don't know if he can make the weight. So one of his problems was when he moved up in weight, his power didn't travel with him. Mm-hmm. Like he still has power, but he wasn't walking through guys like he was before.
True.
Yeah. So
147 may not be it for him.
So what fight did you want to see next? If you can make any fight, which fight would it be?
Man, I honestly would like to see Wilder get that rematch.
Man, me too. Hey, so what you think about them gloves, man? Because we know these big companies don't want to talk about it. They want to talk about everything else except them gloves. Did that look normal, abnormal? What, man? Let's talk about it.
It definitely didn't look normal, but at the end of the day, he made too many excuses for me. Mm-hmm. And I always felt like he just relied too much on his power and not improving his skill set. Mm-hmm. So it kind of rolls back to the AB situation, the corner, man. Like AB's corner is terrible.
Yeah,
I feel like Mike's like he just tell him everything. You're looking good. You're doing good. But look, man, tell him throw some punches.
Right.
Instead of just tell him everything you're doing is great. Mm-hmm. You winning the fight. No, man. Tell this man to let his hands go.
Yeah.
But with Wilder, I just think he needs to get some better people in his corner also. Because he took him too long to improve his skill set. He just relied too much on his power.
Did you see what Mark Breland said?
I seen it.
I don't like that. From hearing his interview on Sound Far-Fetched from what Wilder been saying, bro, that's all I'm gonna say. That dude,
what did Breland say?
Man, Breland was saying that he can't beat Tyson Fury on no given day. Like, you know, basically that he's just a better boxer.
Yeah.
Man, come on, bro.
That could be right. That could be true. Just skill set.
No, bro. If you thought, I'm saying though, bro, if you thought that you couldn't teach a person to be that person that, you know what I'm saying, he can be to beat this person. Yeah. Then you shouldn't have been in his corner. You did him a disservice. I
mean, you gotta who the boy? Triple G old trainer.
Sanchez. Abel Sanchez.
That's like, you know what I'm saying? Abel in the corner with Dominique Brazil. Like, it ain't really too much you can say to a nigga like that. Like, you gonna take that bad because he paying you to be your promoter, but shit, it ain't. I'm not putting hope in Dominique Brazil.
Man, look, dog. He wasn't with him. He wasn't with him as long as Breland was.
Probably ain't. Well, that's true.
You feel what I'm saying? So, like, bro, this dude took you everywhere. And then, you know, a lot of people was trying to say that, oh man, he was tripping for firing him. Well, after I heard that interview, I said, man, he had every right. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I do think that the next fight, if it happens, because Tyson Fury and Bob Arum keep lying, talking about how the negotiation and mediation is over with when it's still in. So you can't believe nothing that he says. You feel what I'm saying? But
I think the next fight I want to see, it's along the lines of Wilder as well, but I want to see Wilder and Wallin, bro, because it sounds like they want to make Wilder fight a little tune up, but it ain't a lot of work out there for Wilder unless he, you know, really fight.
It's there.
Yeah,
he can go Andy Ruiz. That's a great fight.
Ruiz or Joshua. Like, he got to fight Ruiz, Joshua, Fury, or Wallin. And we know Fury and Joshua ducking. So
did you see the Wallin?
Ruiz and Wallin. Yeah, he don't really.
He ain't watched it. Oh, he didn't get a chance.
He watched it.
You
really rock with Wallin though.
Oh, you don't like him?
Wallin ain't nothing, but it's some other good fighters to be made. It's a few good British fighters that he could jump in the ring with. What's your boy name that has been calling?
You said they call him.
They've been calling Wilder out for a while.
Oh, Dillian White.
Yeah. So whoever win that fight, Povetkin versus Dillian White, that could be a good fight to step into the ring. But you can't sit around. Wilder getting up there in age.
Yeah, he's about 34. Hey, but look, man, I honestly, bro, I just thought that they used Dillian White to get in the way of Wilder versus
Joshua.
Yeah, versus Joshua, bro. He didn't really want that fight because when he gave him stipulations, he said, "Man, fight Luis Ortiz." Oh, he's an old man. He's an old man. Like he didn't want to fight him because he didn't. First of all, if you ask me, I don't think he believed that he could have won. That's number one. And then the other thing that, like, he was in the way because Eddie Hearn wanted him to deter that fight because he probably promised him that he'd get the fight. You feel what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it.
Yeah.
I see that.
What else you got, Dez, before we get up out of here, man?
And you talking about nobody talked about the Knicks. Ain't no need to be jumping for.
Hey, man. Hey, yeah. Now, hold on. Because we gonna diverge real quick, get off this boxing. But nah, the Knicks, you gotta speak about us, bro. We fourth in the East right now.
What they call it, the Eastern Conference, bro.
It just need to be documented because it was so many. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been hearing this for years, bro. Y'all trash, bro. We better than your favorite team. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I ain't going with the Knicks. Look, you can't never trust the Knicks no more.
Go down there. What it is, 34 for 32nd. Go down there. You know what I'm saying? And give D Rose a chopped cheese and tell him we said what up.
Man, that'd be the last place I go and spend my money on.
Hey man, make sure you come back, man. You know, we definitely appreciate you coming on, and you know, we glad to have you, bro.
Man, I appreciate it anytime.
Man, for sure, man. Appreciate my boy checking in. Make sure you go over there to IG to follow him. Born to Win. I think it's a underscore between Born and 2 or something like that. But yeah, make sure y'all go over there, follow my boy. Man, we locked in. We gonna have him on again because he got some interesting takes on this boxing game.
Oh, yeah.
And on a lot of sports. He talk about pretty much everything. So make sure y'all go over there, tap in with him, tell him we said what up. But other than that, my boy, I appreciate you for tuning in, man.
Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all stay up.
For sure. We gonna get into him with you.
All right.
Yo.
But there y'all have it, man. We gave y'all, you know what I'm saying, like about an hour and 17 minutes, man. You know what I'm saying? We gonna yeah. So we gonna end it here, man. Thank y'all for tuning in, you know, to National Sports Chat. And also, man, again, man, sponsored by AQUANO.
See, I took mine down already.
Yeah, he already drunk it.
Already done took mine down.
But yeah, man. So we gonna try to bring boxing to y'all, you know, a little more frequently. Sometimes it'll be just me, you know, if Micah can't come, you know what I'm saying, just to give y'all my perspective. And y'all always welcome to come on, you know what I'm saying? Like we'll have a live,
we gonna
a phone.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. We about to come with a whole line.
Yeah.
A whole phone line.
Yeah,
so
we have a phone line
to hop in, you know what I'm saying? Whether y'all trolling, you know what I'm saying, or really want to talk boxing. We here for all that.
Oh, for sure. So yeah, man, that's all we got for now, man. I'm Kenny Guru, Micah.
Appreciate y'all for checking in.
We out.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that shit was fun.
Man. I knew I had to call my boy. I'm like, man.
That kind of, yeah.
He gone, boy. He loved talking this.
Boxing?
Man, we'll sit on the phone 2 hours.